to. I mean, Vic3 I could just do on my own, but CS2 I'd just be able to, you know, like, jump in and play with randoms. We could do Vic3. I got a couple nations I actually wanted to try out, so... Have you tried leaks in OSRS? I know ISP has tried it, but I have never tried it before, and I barely put enough time into my own Iron Man account, so it's too much, I think. And the Basilisk Slayer dungeon. Like, if I play RuneScape, I just play on the Iron Man. That's it. Where the fuck is this? Vic3 SP memes. The worst part is you remember the Denmark stream? Actually, I could load that up and have a look at it for you. Because I actually continued that off stream. And I ran into something incredibly disgusting in that game. So I actually managed to reconquer something and managed to get into a war that I would be able to win. I'll see if I can actually find this load game. Save game from it. I wouldn't even say I have okay, I think this is when I start the war. So and this is auto saves afterwards. That'd actually be funny to just load up and have a look at. Is this when I'm doing the play, or is this has to be right before I do the play then? Because if I load this up, this is like 93, right? Because I continued this. I don't know if you can see, but I grabbed this part of Sweden. If you were watching the early Vicky stream the other day, I grabbed this part of it. Right here. And it's actually it fills in pretty good because you won't really have like you have a short uprising just because like nationalism and stuff, and they want to go back to Sweden. But other than that, it fills up pretty good, and you can see how much migration we kept getting of random people all over the place. Pretty sure this one started filling up with like just everybody really. But so this is 93, and if we load up the save. You'll see a disgusting ass war happening. This is like almost, I think it's, yeah, that's gotta be around 8 years later. And you're only seeing the end of it at this point. I don't know if there's another save game somewhere. Can you see the years? What are the other autosaves? No, you won't be able to see it here. We, at one point, controlled from here to here. We controlled, like, this part of Germany, right? This has just been a stalemate the entire time. This front right here. We're fighting for this. And France at one point was in a separate war with Germany during this thing. And they controlled from here to here. At the same time, I controlled from here to here. So essentially, Germany had like this part of its country remaining. It had basically like 30% of its country, maybe 25% of its country. France ended up piecing out of that war. And they literally white pieced out of the war. They got nothing out of the war. Because the way the game works is you don't get ticking. As you can see right now, none of us are ticking on each other. Did the game just freeze when I opened the war tab? They didn't update it, right? None of us get ticking in this right now. So therefore, the war will just continue forever because nobody has capitulation desire, right? Of the AIs. So people will just die in the millions over this war. Can you even see when it started in this war? Is there anywhere in the war tab where you can see that? There's a lot of dead people in this war. Pick dates? Is that a thing? Oh, I don't know. But either way, like they won't accept anything, not even war reps or anything, right? And their country, as you can see, I don't have a save game from that time, but like this part of the country is literally burnt down. This entire part of the country had a 100% devastation in this entire area right here. Like Germany was literally, maybe you can check it on the pop count that they've been fucked. You can literally see it's going down. Their pop count literally went down. Their GDP has been fucked. Like, everything just collapsed for them. But they literally just don't care. You can't piece them out. They only want to do a white piece. And why would I do a white piece when I literally control, like, this entire part of the country at the same time as France controlled this part of the country? Why would France, in what world would France do a white piece when they control from fucking Alsace-Lorraine to the Elbe? Like, in what world would France white piece that? At the same time as Britain and Denmark is invading from the north. Like, there's something that's gotta be ticking for them. But at the same time, like, you only get war score on this, like, when you fulfill an objective. Whereas in Vic3, you gained it for, was it casualties? No, it was battles, right? You gained it for battles and from blockades as well. We checked this. Me and Jake talked about this the other day. But in this, some of them you don't even know how to do it. Like, if you hover over this, like, you don't even know how to get war reps, really. Like, how do you enforce that on someone? And as far as I understand it, you have to, like, have all of your war goals, like, done. Otherwise, you don't start getting ticking. Or maybe just the capital. Yeah, hold capital. But, like, that doesn't make any sense that in order to, like, get the AI to want to do war reps or get ticking, you need to hold the capital to get war reps. What the fuck does that mean? Isn't war reparations one of the most common peace deals settlements you do? I feel like that is it. Like, you lost the war, but you didn't lose too hard, so you just have to pay some money. Yeah, I guess, but anyways, like, if I had a save from when it actually happened, I'm gonna load the earliest autosave I have and see what it's like. I just wanted to show this off at one point during stream, regardless. You can't see it. There's no devastation here still. It's so stupid that I'm so like fucked at this point because France pieced out. Do they still have their peace deal at least? Yeah, they still have the truce. They've got 5 months left at that point. Because I think in this one they've had like Germany, every time that truce runs out and they're not at war with someone, they declare on France instantly to try and form Germany. Because right now it's still the North German Federation, right? So they get insta-slapped into a war. And somehow Russia every time also fucks up in the current patch. I don't know if it's going to get fixed. Where the Russian AI doesn't know how to put its armies on the borders. So I don't know if I can tag switch and then... From what I noticed at least, they just sit in their HQs. They don't actually move out once they mobilize. So, At least in the wars where I was like, yes, I have Russia as an ally, I can beat Germany or something. I just watched Germany just walk in. They took like at least all these tiles without any opposition before the French and the British arrived to help the Russians. Like, you can, if you are a major nation and you don't rely on allies, or you don't sorry, not like that, and you don't have any allies or puppets, you can, like, play it on the current patch without getting fucked over by allied armies. But in this one, in this patch, if you're a small nation and you have to rely on AI, you will get fucked over by other armies. Because this one, for instance, is a 1-stack army from Gibraltar, right? It's, as far as I've noticed, it's completely random who goes into the battle. And if you, let's say this 100 stack just walked in and took a province, and the 1-stack army then decides to attack afterwards, or defend the battle afterwards, then if it loses that, the 100k stack gets pushed back. So, if you're playing with AI at the moment, at least, it's a little, it's not unplayable, but it's very disgusting to play. Which is why I have, like, I as far as I saw, they're fixing it, but I don't know. Like, it kind of, the equivalent in Hoi 4, like, the AI doesn't do it in Hoi 4. Well, I guess sometimes it does it, but most of the times AI won't go where there isn't supply, I guess. But the equivalent in Hoi 4 would be that you're sitting on an Alamein, right? Like, you have your 4 tank divisions there, but then the AI rocks up with, like, I don't know, like, all the random shitter nations that you have in your alliance. Like, if you're the UK, you're sitting on an Alamein, a 1-tile province, and all, like, Denmark, Belgium, Netherlands, all rocks up with their shitter divisions on top of you and sucks all the supply away from you, or, like, constantly attacks or something, so you can never get into the battle, or dumb shit like that. I don't know. That's the equivalent. But yeah, for a moment there, I thought I wanted to go in and continue this game, but I realized how much of a deadlock I'm in here, because I don't want to just peace out from the autosave. But, like, I literally ended up leaving, and I remember that I just said I wasn't going to continue playing this. Because it is busted now. Like, I have to do a white piece in this war, and I'm way too much population down the drain, and economy-wise I'm down the drain, to not win this war, because it's gone on for 8 years. I have lost 500,000 people in this war. 200k wounded. Yeah, like 430k dead. That's a huge part of the Danish population that's fucked. If I win the war, we gain population, because there's 1.3 million people here. And we gain the money back. But if we white piece that, it's over. Which is why I just kind of said, fuck it, I don't want to play this save anymore. Loading it up, I just look at it and I'm just... Because you can even see here, like, this is actually the main problem. If I was just allowed to be the only one to fight over here, look at this. All these armies, they're all shit, right? You can see I'm the only one that actually has manpower in my army. After, like, I think it's the same for them. They got like 30k, I could beat that. Yeah, like, I could start winning battles over here. But the problem is there's so many AI armies that have nothing in them. Same over here, I could start winning battles here. But the UK armies would eventually join in and then take the battle with their fucking 6k men and lose. Yes, I have set a strategic objective for Berlin here. That doesn't help anything. It only helps where the battles or, like, the push goes towards. It doesn't actually help who goes to the battle. I'm not doing that, Packer. I also just noticed what the time is right now. It's like 1:30. So I don't know if I actually wanted to... Like, if it wasn't 1:30, I'd start a new Vicky game, but I don't want to start a new one right now. I actually haven't tried Japan on the new patch, Jake. So I will be doing that at one point. should give us something to return to stream. Excuse me? Well, I wouldn't have a Japan strat for this patch weekend. It would be for the old patch. And I didn't really have a strat for it. I just think it's cozy playing Japan in this game. Because you're just sitting there on your own island and you're chilling. Unironically, I just think it's cozy playing Japan. And I get clowned for it a lot in the Discord, but it's whatever, man. Yeah, Bokoen1, man, like, I don't usually attack people as Japan, it just happens. At some point, like, you're just gonna have, like, a random, like, major power just justify on you and be like, yeah, we're gonna open your market. And if you don't say yes to this, we're also gonna, like, take an entire state off of you. Like, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna surrender and just, like, open my market, you know? That literally happened every game I played so far on Japan. Like, at some point, they will try and kill you. You're about the only guy in BoBG that likes Vic3. I think you'd be surprised that some people actually enjoy playing the game, at least in multiplayer, Jubas. And, like, I think you'd be surprised. Like, Swimmy and Jake were literally playing in a game that I wasn't even in. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday, right? Yeah, as Jake said, multiplayer is fine because you don't... Like, one of the reasons that makes this game... So, I assume some people makes some people hate it. One of the reasons. There's probably plenty of reasons why people hate it. For any game. But one of them is the AI in the game, which is like, you literally, unless you're a major power, you can get fucked out of a game so quickly. Even if you're a major power, you can still get fucked out of a game, but it's a lot harder. But, like, let's say you're just playing Colombia and you're like, okay, I want to invade Ecuador. No, Russia's going to join, Germany's going to join against you because fuck you, you're a player, you're going to die. Like, it makes no sense why they're joining against you, against Ecuador, but it's just over for you. Like, the AI doesn't work in diplomacy. It does absolutely horrendous stuff that it fucks your game over so quickly and can make it so unfun. But again, I'm speaking strictly from multiplayer. You don't really experience that because there's players on it. Obviously, players can still do it, but it's different. As when I do my single player games like Japan, usually I don't experience something absolutely brain dead. Sometimes it does happen. But usually I won't experience it because you're just kind of sitting there chilling. Even if you get the AI to ally you, they will fuck you over with a shit arm. That's how it is right now, Sabinal. But that's gonna get fixed. Like France white-piecing Germany? Yeah, especially like France white-piecing Germany when they own all the territory from Alsace to the fucking Elbe. But yeah, like, again, you can see why that sucks the fun out of me, like, in my Denmark game, where I literally fought so hard to get where I was, and then because the AI doesn't want to peace out, like, every other AI, like, I'm pretty sure at one point I'll get fucked over here and the UK pieces out, and then this game's also over, so, and I'm gonna bankrupt myself or something, like, I don't have long left at this point. Because I'm not even building anymore. Allies in EU4 better. Like, I think the AI works better than that. Functions better. EU MP game, I'd never play with, like, a big EU MP game. I only want to do, like, the small ones weekend. I'm sorry to tell you, man. Like, the ones we do, like, in the private channel here, because EU4 gets way too cancerous way too quickly if you're too many people. Like, I'd say like a 10-player sized lobby or something. Maybe 12 is max for me in an EU4 lobby. Because if you get more than that, by 1650, everyone's gonna have conquered the world and you're gonna have super states everywhere. And it's fucking stupid. Thank you, Despot, for the 62. By the way, everybody who subbed during the Lethal Company stream, thank you very much, guys. I try not to read out the messages unless I'm alone, because I've always said the same thing, that I kind of, like, feel it's a bad thing to read it out, like, and it's annoying for everyone else that I read out stuff. Same thing with talking to chat all. So, sometimes I'll do it if I think I'm alone, otherwise, I won't. I also completely forgot to realize that people could be spectating me. Like, that's their own problem. Because overall, I always just think of it as I'm just playing a game with friends, and you guys are watching. So you get the better experience if I'm focusing on talking with them. It's only game. Yeah, I actually don't want to start a game now after looking at time. At least you got to see this part of it, though. You got to see the ending of you didn't see on stream. When did I end this on stream, by the way? Does anyone know? Because I know I didn't control this when I ended it on stream, right? Like, I swear it was right after I lost Holstein. That's when I ended it, right? I don't know if anybody here was there. I don't want to play CS2 right now. It's too late as well. But I definitely didn't showcase this war on stream. That was on the Discord. I remember Jake watching it. And he came back and he was like, wait, why is Germany no longer occupied? I'm not going to tax switch to Japan. Actually, that's an interesting thing to see what Japan is actually doing as an AI in 1902 or 1901. Okay, so they're running, interesting choice. 17 construction. 2 million over their current gold reserves. Interesting. Literally nothing. January 8th. Okay, so I played like another 20 years then. That's actually horrendous what I'm watching there. Like, I wouldn't even, like, Jake, that's not even the one, like, this is horrendous, though. Like, the other stuff is, like, stuff where you could say, argue, maybe, because of players, like, skill level in the game, Jake. They're not doing it, but, like, this is just trolling at this point. Like, that's trolling. Like, this is trolling. But the other thing you could argue the same as you could in Hoi 4, Jake, where you don't want to, like, make the AI way too powerful. And they don't want to make the AI smarter because there are literally people that can't break France. Yeah, this feels like it's AFK. What about France, though, or the UK? Are they doing stuff? France is casually getting ready for a revolution that it can't even see because of all this dumb shit. The AI here is doing better, though, Jake. It's actually, like, it's actually been running 700 construction at some points. I would say that's better than what I expected. UK is running 650 up to 870. They don't have gold reserves. I'd say that's actually not that bad. That's why I'm saying, Jake, that Japan is troll in comparison. I think that's just something broken on Japan right there. Because all the other ones are running way better than that. Oh yeah, has Japan even done any laws? That's another good question. Alright, Mass conscription and National Guard, those are 2 new ones. They haven't done, at least. Other than that, I don't actually think they've done any laws. I genuinely don't think they've... So, that is an AFK nation right there. But these 3 definitely weren't AFK. I wouldn't say that, because they've done stuff. Like, they're not too bad off. I mean, you're saying why is Japan specifically so shit? Like, obviously this is bad. Like, we agree on that. But Japan is meant to be, like, historically bad until, what, like, 20 years ago or something? When does it actually happen? When does Japan stop popping? It's not 20 years ago. They're meant to pop off in this era at something. Now? 1905, is that when they start popping? 1860s Meiji Restoration. But that's not when they entirely pop. That's when they start doing stuff. No, they are fucked before 1868, right? Like, that's when they start popping. But, like... But yeah, that is really bad. Like, even Brazil is running so much better right now. I don't know if... I say even Brazil, but I don't even know. I don't even know what to check on. I haven't played the nation, so there's a bunch of shit that I have no idea what's going on here. Alright, fuck it. I've checked around, guys. I don't think I'm gonna start another game looking at the time, and I don't think I want to play anything else, so I'm just gonna head out and end the stream. We could raid Remy, I guess. He's playing Last Train Home. I remember I got an email for that if I wanted to play it or something. Can't even remember if it was a sponsorship. I had it like a week or 2 ago, and it looked interesting, but I never actually got around to replying to it. But we'll raid him. Raid Remy. And I'll probably see you boys for maybe Empire War tomorrow. I don't know. It's a really good game. Alright, maybe I'll check it out. I'll see if I can find the email and see if they want to reply to me still. But I'll free order Remy, and I'll see you boys then. Probably a Hoi video out tomorrow, boys. If the ad company gets back to me. Alright, good night.